A very good morning to everyone. Welcome to our daily devotion. Today we'll be looking at Psalms chapter 97. First, we'll have a brief summary of the psalm before we take a small point of application. So, turn to your Bibles, either physical or digital, whichever to your comfort, and let's get into it. So, the psalm is an anonymous psalm and it is a royal psalm. So, the psalmist begins by celebrating Yahweh's kingship over all the earth, and similar to the previous psalm, he calls everyone to acknowledge uh, Yahweh's greatness, Yahweh's righteousness, and Yahweh's justice. And he goes on to contrast how Yahweh reigns supreme over the powerless idols worshipped by the neighboring nations. And finally, um, he ends by saying that God reigns supreme over all the idols worshipped by the enemies or nations. So, what we can take away from this? It's very similar to the previous psalm where the psalmist is, first of all, talking about God's sovereignty over all the earth and how God reigns supreme over everyone. And secondly, he mostly emphasizes on God reigning over idols. So again, similar to the previous one, this psalm is also targeting about idols. So I won't go into much depth as it's very similar to the previous one, but think about it again. Like idols, what are the idols in your life? Like, what are the things that take you away from God? What are the things that take um, the desire from your heart from God? So, be it is that work? Are you too focused on work? Are you too focused on a relationship? Are you too focused on someone? Or are you too focused on anything? Let it be your home, etc. But is there something that is taking you away from God instead of helping you walk with God? So you think about that. Like, is there something in you? So this is the question for reflection. I want you to think about. Like, so is there something that is quietly? Now there will be something very obvious. For example, like my work, I'm working from 8 to 10, and I need to etc. I need to provide for my family. So there are some obvious one, but there could be something that's unobvious. For example, how hard and hard. I'm not genuinely interested that in God. For example, something like that. There are some things that silently that you may not know that is taking you away from God. What is that? Think about that and ask God to provide a corrective for you. Ask God to provide the mercy for you to turn away from that. Be it anything. Again, it's so simple that it's very easy for us. We just ask God, and in His mercy, He will help us come to the right path. So it's obvious that we cannot do it on our own. So similarly, to come out of this obsession or an unhealthy habit of going idols, taking away our time from God, let us identify first the idols that we are prioritizing in our life and ask God to provide the mercy and the wisdom to turn away from them and turn to the right side, which is walking with God. Thank you.